Are you as technologically advanced as a redneck?
Alright, welcome back to another beastly installation. 1976 GMC pickup truck. Today, what we're working on is installing a rear view backup camera. Just purchased this in the mail. Unfortunately, made in China. Junk. I was just working on feeding the power lines, fishing them through the cab, down the pillar, and into a power source underneath the dash. I can solder these all together, making a tight joint, and then I'll finish wrapping it with some electrical tape, and that'll be it. I promised myself a script, and I'm not using the script. This is not rocket science. I used internet technology, i.e. YouTube videos, eBay, shopping. I purchased this camera, of course, made in China, crap. Cheap though, $11.50 shipped to my door, delivered. And then all the wires and connections were provided, and I just had to do the installation. Alright, gonna hook up the E305 here. Here I am getting ready for my installation, removing the screws from the lens cover of the bed light so I can get access to the nuts that hold the housing to the cab. Here I'm removing the nuts, and now the housing is off. Going to remove the light socket from the housing, and that way I can get access to everything. I'm going to fish fishing wire down through the cab now, down the pillar, so I can feed the wires necessary to power the system. Going to feed the video lead through so I can bring it up through the dash and feed the head unit. And then we're going to take a quick peek at the inside of the cab and now the outside. And that's pretty well it for the feeding of the wire. There's the power lead. Done. Gotta strip the wire. Right now I am just cutting open this wire here, stripping it. And then I peel that back. There, it's all open now. Wrap that around there. Longitudinally. Okay, so there is the solder on the joint. Now I just have to tape it up with some electrical tape. Now I'm going to solder up the positive lead, same process. Okay, both power lead connections have been soldered, which connects this power plug to the camera's source power supply. And I just soldered and I taped the connections. Everything is wired up. I just wanted to show you the finished wiring harness, and now I just got to finalize things, stuff it back into the cab, drill the hole in the lens, mount the camera, and test the system. This 1-inch camera, 5/8, it's going to need a 5/8 hole drilled into this lens cover. Alright, here I am piloting a hole so I can use my step out bit to drill out a 5/8 inch hole to accommodate the camera. There's the hole, finished now. Here I am going to install the camera. There's the camera installed in the lens. I just wired up the power and video feeds, made a wiring harness, inserted it into the cab. I have drilled a hole into the lens cover, and now I'm ready to plug everything together. This is going to plug into that, and I'm going to test out the system, see how it works. Just making the final connections here, making sure that everything's secured, fishing it through the housing, getting the housing lined up on the cab, securing the housing with the bolts. That's pretty well it.
Look at this stuff. This gasket looks like alligator skin. And here I am installing a camera, 21st century technology into old school technology. How about that, eh?
Alright, here I am installing the lens cover over the housing, making sure everything's good to go. Gonna screw it down. This is the final installation. Gonna test out the system now. Gonna hook up the head unit and turn the power on and see what happens. Here I am. Just installed a $10 made in China camera. Hardwired it into the vehicle's wiring. And now I'm just testing it out on the system. Contrast on this is not very good. Anyways, welcome to Are You More Technologically Advanced Than a Redneck?
Look at this stuff. This gasket looks like alligator skin.